YouTube is owned by the government agency Google. Their mission is to database everything on Earth and leave privacy in the pages of history, which will also be controlled by them. We can choose alternate platforms to discuss important issues, but YouTube has the largest community in the world and as such becomes a great resource to anyone using it. Let's discuss how we can stay within the boundaries in the Google YouTube control grid, yet get the message of truth out. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Let's get into how to prevent YouTube from removing your monetization. This video right here is all the details that I have in order to prevent this. Back in 2012, I started talking about this because it was happening to me. My YouTube videos were having their monetization removed and I wasn't notified about it. I tried to search around and tried to figure it out why this was happening, what exactly was different about this video than other videos. And it began with using Google Images and then sort of spread out into using terms that they do not like. And that has resulted in a lot of big YouTubers out there losing their monetization on their videos. So as a result, they've come out and tried to speak up about it. If you look at Storm Cloud's Gathering, this individual here, which many of you may know, had a very large YouTube following, and what happened was all of their issues which related to, for example, ISIS and Al-Qaeda and war and politics, those videos, which comprised primarily of all the videos that he did, their content is considered to be not advertiser friendly. Let's get into this today, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get around this system. Beginning with this right here. A lot of people, I just typed in the word Hillary Clinton and collapse and things like this just to try to get a few images to come up, and you'll see I'm not finger pointing anybody, just type in the words that are interesting and look what you see. You see these individuals have taken the Google Images searches, pasted them in, maybe did a little bit of Photoshop work, and as a result, they get a nice fancy picture. Now, the reason you would want to use, if you're talking about Hillary Clinton, you want to use a picture of Hillary Clinton, and that ultimately gets you more views. That's why people do it. I used to do it as well. But I noticed they started going crazy on my videos, taking off all of the monetization. So I got worried not because I lose the monetization, I could care less making a couple pennies. What I was worried about was the threats that they were making, say that if you continue to do this, your channel could lose monetization altogether and you could be banned. So here I am, I'm thinking everybody else is doing this. Why is it my channel that's having this happen to me? This is back in 2012. So immediately I got out there, and at some point after this happened several times, I literally, not only did I remove the screenshots that were, what they were saying was not advertiser friendly or they were using copyright content, I literally deleted the video. So I've deleted actually, I think probably nearly 200 videos off of YouTube. I don't want to take any risks. So now every single piece of information that I post, whether it's the screenshot, whether it is, anywhere along the lines, is things that I have done. So I took that picture of the Colosseum in Rome and I used that to show a collapse. Sure, I can't show a picture of Hillary Clinton. I have never taken a picture of Hillary Clinton. As a result, I get less views. That means less subscribers. And that's just the way it is. I don't really care necessarily, but a lot of individuals are going to lose their YouTube channel because of this in an effort to try and gain more views or more subscribers. If you stay within the boundaries and not with the information you say, you should be able to say what's on your mind. I'm talking about trying to gain more views by taking images. Now let's talk about this right here just quickly. Example, I typed in Hillary Clinton, Google Images, you'll see the top right corner, one is being used right there. That website did not use this image of Hillary Clinton, which you will find if you search some YouTube videos and you'll look at Hillary Clinton, you'll see that exact same one. All I'm saying is that don't get into this mess. Now, we're going to talk about fair use very briefly. This is the, if you want to know about fair use on YouTube, this is the link you want to go to. It'll be in the description below. And what we can see is that there is a lot of vague language. It seems to protect the content creators on YouTube, but at the same time, it basically says, look, if somebody else says they own the copyright to that content, you're done. And it's just been a blanket sort of activity that's been happening. Look, if you take an image from Google, in my experience, take an image from Google Images and use it as your screenshot, they're going to say that that is copyright content. That's what I have noticed. Now, sure, you can edit the image and put some effects over top and put a little text on top of that, but in my experience, not worth it. Don't take the risk. Take the images yourself. Take a camera, go out there, take some pictures, and use those as your own. Sure, it's not going to have Hillary Clinton or Obama's face, perhaps, but we are going to stay within the boundaries. What good is your channel if you're not posting videos on it because you got shut down for one reason or another? It doesn't serve the purpose of anybody. We're supposed to get out there and report the truth. So that's fair use if you're interested. Now, don't use words that, for example, the FDA doesn't like. I'm not even going to say this word because that's enough for them to get you to have your channel reported. And the word I'm speaking of is 4 letters, starts with C right here. And they don't like it at all. These videos right here, these channels are at risk because just writing that word can get your channel taken down. I've seen it. This is a very, very bad idea because if somebody doesn't like your channel, they can report your channel and they have the evidence right here that this is not allowed. Why? Because the FDA, in their infinite knowledge, they control this information about this topic here. So that's just one example. Do not use words that go into what is considered to be against the rules that they've set. The government, each different government has its own laws and this and that. So it's very important. Okay, and then we look at the actual titles, descriptions, everything else. If your title, your description, tags, comments, anything like this that get out there right when you post, if any of those contains the words like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Big Pharma, certain political things, war, world wars, and these type of things that are considered not advertiser friendly, they could be and probably will be monetization taken off. Do not use them unless you don't want to monetize them. Instead, in the screenshot, that is your best opportunity to write what you want. And an example of this is right here, how I, for example, wrote the word Benghazi, but I did not include it in my title. And that there prevents them from taking it down because the algorithm hasn't gotten smart enough yet to read from the images. It's not reading text in the images. It just sees an image and that's all. Additionally, in the words that I speak to you right now, I may say things like ISIS and Al-Qaeda and things like that. The algorithms, again, haven't got smart enough to read through or listen through my content and try to break it down that way. So at this time, we can still talk about it. We can still share that. But if you write it in your title, you're at risk. If you write it in the tags, you're at risk. And what I'm seeing is that more and more often, these are getting taken off of YouTube, the monetization taken off, or they're saying it's copyright content. Don't take the risk. That's just the way that it is. We can still share the information we have verbally Ultimately, though, if you want the monetization, don't put it in your titles, don't put in your tags and descriptions and everything else. Just do so verbally. This, I believe, is the best way to get around the YouTube system. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And last but not least, if you found the video informative, I know you'll find my book, The Money GPS, even more informative. You can actually look through it. If you head over to Amazon, they have a look inside feature, which will allow you to flip through the pages of the book and see if you like it. Take care.